Chicago. This is the Chicagoland Toys for Tots Motorcycle Parade TV show. Today's guests are Jack Voss and Santiago Castillo. And now here's our president, Mr. Lester Fortier.
Thank you very much, Jack. That brings back memories.
Memories, right.
We started Green Street, remember?
We started this in 1999 was our first TV show. And I looked through our history, and I've estimated that this show today is approximately number 243 that we've done.
We're almost lasting as long as Carson.
Wow. Dun-dun-dun. There he is.
And today we're going to talk about the Chicago Toys for Tots Motorcycle Parade, which comes up on Sunday, December 3rd this year.
And how many days away is that, Jack?
Well, I believe it's about 26.
27.
But,
I go with you.
oh, I forgot to say hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you're watching in the world. Anyhow, the Toys for Tots Parade is on Sunday, December 3rd, and what it is it's a way for motorcyclists mainly, but other citizens also, to donate toys for young, needy children to have at Christmas time.
Right. Chicagoland means we go to suburbs, we go to
That's right.
We've gone to Indiana, we've gone to Wisconsin.
Different counties.
Yes.
Whatever it takes. We work from Chicago out, though, so see what happens.
It was the parade was started in 1978 by an ex-Marine or a former Marine, or well, he's still a Marine.
They're always Marines.
That's right.
Don't get them mad at you.
Edward Wisniewski, and he had about 6 friends, and they collected toys. And then one day, Ed and 2 of his friends rode up to the Great Lakes Naval Station in Glenview with a van that's half full of toys and a motorcycle. And on the way, the motorcycle lost its chains, so they had to tow it. They towed it arm in arm up to Glenview just to be sure they could make their whole route on a motorcycle.
And from what I understand, they neglected to inform Glenview that they were coming.
I'm sure of that.
Actually pulled some guns on them when they got
Yeah,
there.
that's the story he tells me. And after that, I think the following year in 79, there were about 50 people involved. And they rode from 79th Street.
There was a lumber store there, right?
Yeah, but there was more importantly, there was a bar there. And, there we
his
are.
bike shop. His bike shop was there, too.
Well, yeah, but they didn't start
It says he
there.
does everything great except put chains on.
They didn't start there, but they started on 79th Street and rode up to the Marine base
his
on
bike shop
Foster.
is on 79, too, right?
It's 63rd, I think. And
Right up, Kenzie.
I've been there. I can't remember now. But after that, it started growing, and more publicity came, and there's thousands more. And
Do you know the first year the city of Chicago actively invited us? In other words, actively, gave us the police protection, altered their bus routes. Had to be in the 90s, right?
no, I think it was earlier than that.
Was it?
I think it was, because after 1984. In 1984, there were so many bikes on 79th Street that the traffic in the city couldn't handle it. So that's when they decided that in 1985 they would start at the Dan Ryan Woods on 83rd and Western. So that's where we start up to today.
And Jack is basically an historian.
Well, I was
Could you tell us the year and why Elizabeth Taylor did not accompany her bike in that one year she was in the parade?
Well,
How many people know that? Elizabeth Taylor and Malcolm Forbes, right? They were
they were
an item?
They were an item, and he gave her a motorcycle for her birthday, the Purple Passion motorcycle, named after her cologne, and he rode it with a bunch of his friends, his gang called the Capitalistic Tools.
Wow.
I didn't know
And
that.
they came to Chicago with their bikes, and they rode with us on that year. I have
I
the
think
year
it was-
in front of me.
it was
I don't know offhand. Oh, I have it right here.
It was in the 80s, right?
1987.
Yeah.
That was the 10th parade. The Capitalist Tools. That was the name of the And Willie G even attended that year, I'm told.
Really? Well, that's
Yeah,
cool.
I think he didn't, make a big thing out of it, so not many people
But we
noticed.
have people travel the world and they see his sweatshirt and they know exactly what it is. It's
Yeah,
really
oh,
amazing.
sure.
And that's a hell of a responsibility to maintain, right?
Right.
After 46 years, to have that reputation is kind of cool to still be involved that way.
I know. I get.
Jake,
Go
We
ahead.
got to let this man talk.
Okay,
They're
here
gonna
we
think
go.
that-
Now
Not me, go ahead.
now we're getting back on the lakefront.
No, there you go. Yeah, we're getting there. It's getting colder now.
So anyhow, the bikers meet at the Dan Ryan Woods, and the parade starts. The kickstands up time is 9:30. So it depends on what time you want to get there, depending on how much you want to look at the other bikes, or if you're interested in buying some of our merchandise.
And
But
just remember one thing: once you come in there and you're staged and you're parked, you can go anywhere you want to, but the bike stays there.
Right.
You get separated from your friends and you think you're going to be able to jump in the grass and catch up to them, that is not going to happen.
No.
Okay? Because there's a reason we've been around 46 years. We try to maintain this and to be as safe as possible.
So if you want to be with your friends, you have to get with your friends before you
Correct.
come to the woods. And then at the woods, everybody looks at everybody else's bike. That's the nice thing about this event. You can check out bikes, and there's a lot of unusual bikes too. Usually,
We
show
had a
up.
lot
Very
of
unusual.
inside-out trikes last year.
Yeah.
Oh,
We had
yeah.
the two in the front and one in the back.
Yeah,
instead of the
well,
other
we've
way.
got a lot of things there going.
Then we have this other. We can't show the picture, but what's that thing you got that we're?
Well, yeah, we'll get to that. There's a lot of groups that have ruckus bikes,
Yeah.
which are smaller scooters, but they're just as much fun as a
Yeah.
big motorcycle. So after at 9:30, we'll say the Pledge of Allegiance at 9:11, and then at 9:30 we get the okay from the police department, and Santa Claus will lead the parade with a number of police cars and fire
and
engines
his elves.
and his elves behind him, and he'll lead the parade north on Western Avenue. And the parade is divided up into sections called tiers, and we do that because we want to allow the buses and
And
traffic
the cross trade.
to cross Western Avenue. This parade is almost 20 miles long, so it goes for a much greater distance than most Chicago parades.
Now, we actually had a day like today, the day of our parade a few years ago, and we had over 70,000 motorcycles.
That's right.
And the last bike left the Dan Ryan Woods around 1:30, 2 o'clock.
That's what I hear, yeah.
But since then, we have a standing understanding with the city of Chicago and the police department that once Dan Ryan Woods fills up, about
That's
every
when we
grove
leave.
pulls about 2,000
Right.
or 5,000, depending on who you talk to. Me, it's 5. You, it's 2,000 because you actually count. Anyway, once the woods gets full, we gotta go. And if that's at 7:45 or 7:30,
That's right.
You know what I mean? We gotta go. Otherwise, we were stacked up down Western Avenue that year, all the way I think to 110th or something like that. Remember that, Jim?
It was, yeah, I think that
And
was.
these people were
could have
mad when
been
the police finally.
2004, I
The,
think.
the police kind of like, was Peggy mad? The police kind of like decided to let everybody on Western go first, and I'd have been pissed too. But all the people in the woods that
Yeah,
were
yeah,
sitting there
sure,
since
sure,
6 o'clock,
right. Well,
they had to wait till all them
you
other
can't
guys
please
left before they
everybody.
could go. Well, they should have.
yeah,
I
please
don't know.
everybody.
I was a sergeant at arms then. I heard every excuse known to man. I'm diabetic. I'm gonna die. I gotta get me.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And they got up and they ended up coming back down anyway because there's no place to go because all the bikes and all the police.
So the bikers travel north on Western Avenue, and it's a lot of fun. I remember the first time I did it, and I really enjoyed it. It's different than some of the other motorcycle events that go on, where you drive on the highway at 60 miles an hour, and you don't get to see much
Right.
of the bikes except those that are right around you. But at our parade at a slower speed, it's a lot more fun seeing the bikes and also seeing the spectators. We get a lot of spectators
Oh,
on
yeah.
this side, and the bikes are not supposed to stop and pick up toys, but I have a unique position where I photograph
Careful.
the parade from my sidecar, and we stop. We ride with the parade, but then we stop every few miles to take pictures. And every time I stop with my sidecar, people come up to me and they say, "Could you take our gifts for us to the end of the parade?" And last year, I had so many presents in my sidecar.
Really?
I could not move in my sidecar.
Would you agree with me?
I had dozens of toys.
Every neighborhood is different. Some are more challenged.
yeah.
yes.
It's
And it
fun.
seems like the ones with the most challenged residents are the ones that give the most.
Yes.
Have you noticed that?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that could
Yes.
be, sure. So that's always a lot of fun, and it takes a while to get up there. I'm not
Doesn't
sure.
it get kind of cold though, Jack?
It can, sure.
It's got.
But I have
it could be wet
pictures.
too.
I have pictures of guys with taking their shirts off.
I've seen that.
Go bare chested on the parade. So you never know what you're gonna get.
And I'm gonna tell you, I've done many parades myself, and I remember one time it was like 14 degrees by the time I got there.
Sure.
But the pictures never do it justice. You can't tell how cold it is when you,
Right.
you know what I mean?
There was a one year about 2-3 years ago where it rained during the parade, and then at the end it started snowing.
Yeah.
And we went home on Archer Avenue, and it was terrific. The snow coming
Oh,
down.
I remember when
I
you-
was a wiper, man. My arm
I
was-
remember I was it was raining out that day. You were trying to
Oh, I
leave.
couldn't get
and
my
I-
hands
I helped you get your gloves on.
My
Yeah.
gloves were frozen.
Good. I
My hands was
helped you
frozen.
get your gloves on. Yes.
That was a bad feeling. I thought they were going to cut off my hands when I got there.
So then the parade travels north on Western, and right at around Belmont Avenue, that's when we make a left, and we go into the Lane Tech
The DeVry, what's the other name?
DeVry
And
campus,
yeah.
which allows us, and we're very grateful that they allow us to use that as our end point. And at that time, most of the bikers will park and walk around, get some hot chocolate.
There'd be plenty of
Some
things.
bikers just drop a toy off and head home. Some bikers come from Indiana and Michigan, so they may not have time to sit around.
Even at the Woods, whatever's booth is set up that's not us, they're there to give you something. Whether it be
Yes.
a donut, coffee,
Right.
same
Hot
thing at the
chocolate.
end point.
And
they
this year-
you may have to listen to their spiel a little bit, but they ain't gonna. You don't have to buy anything.
Yeah.
There's nothing for sale there. It's our day.
And this year, we're having something special at the end of the parade, which I personally have been looking forward to for many years. But we're having a motorcycle raffle.
Yeah.
And this year, we decided to raffle off a Honda Ruckus.
Do you have to have a motorcycle license to ride that?
No, this
Is it
this
street legal?
bike is hard to come by. They sell out very quickly, and this is a 49cc motorcycle. It's water cooled. It has electric start. It's street legal. It has horn and turn signals, headlights, 2 headlights, as a matter of fact.
That's amazing.
And it's a lot of fun to ride around. But there's a cult following with this motorcycle where people buy one and then they take the motor out and they put a larger motor in. And they also lower it and paint it fancy colors. And it's there's quite a community of people. I've noticed that we have
I got
dozens
this one
on
here. We got the man next to me sitting on it.
we
Yeah,
have
one I drive one, and so does my wife.
It's way.
there's a lot of these in the parade.
Yeah.
You've had yours for a while, right, Jake?
I've had mine. I've had one about 10 years. Yes.
Have you had any issues with it other than like a battery, probably?
No, not even that. Oh yeah, we did put a battery in it.
Batteries fail after 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. But it does have a kickstart.
It does have a kickstart
Yes,
to
sir.
back up the.
Oh yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, got a
This is really
kickstart.
a neat
I'm
bike.
impressed.
Oh, yeah,
And you
you
can
got
have
And it's
fun-
water cooled?
Yes.
The engine will last forever.
You can have fun with it and ask people to try to find the gas tank.
What was the gas?
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
Yeah. I know where it's at. Matter of fact, I think I rode
yes.
one today.
I have a few motorcycles, and I have actually.
You have a collection.
I have 2 Ruckuses. A lot of people.
You
put
and Jay
their,
Leno got a lot in common.
a lot of people put their children on the pictures in their wallet, but I have pictures of all my motorcycles in my wallet.
And they don't get jealous of each other?
No, they all
we
sleep
have
together.
We have a good family togetherness here.
He's got one in his front room.
Yeah.
He got one in
What's
his
your
front room.
favorite bike?
I love all the bikes that I got. I wouldn't have bought it if I didn't really like it.
Really? Were you ever disappointed with a bike that you bought?
Not really. Maybe a little, but not really. Not too much.
Just the maintenance on them. That's it. Once you buy it, they say it's all good and this and that, and then you get it home, and then this is
any
wrong with
bike
it, that's
has
wrong with it,
problems.
Yeah,
so
but
that's the
you
only...
find the right guy to work on it. There's
Right.
a lot of people that just
Right.
don't care no more.
Right. Oh, yeah. No.
I remember Bob Cooch, the former president, had maintenance done on his anniversary bike. No, but I'm not going to mention. I guess I could. No, it was a Harley Davidson. It was
Oh,
an
okay.
electric glide.
Okay.
And he had the anniversary. This is like an 01, I think it was, or something like that. He brought it in there for a safety check, and they changed all the oils and such. And when he got the bike back, and he didn't even notice, but he's driving home, the horn didn't work. And that's the only reason he brought it in there.
Oh, man.
And then he realized they had switched the seat because he had an anniversary seat. And they're telling him they always put another bike next day, and they put the wrong seat on. I don't know. But anyway, the dealership ended up going out of business like 3 months later. It's like they knew they were going to do that. Poor Bob.
A couple other things I want to mention. We have a wonderful website. The website's always been near and dear to my heart because I'm proud to say I was the first person to say our Toys for Tots parade needs a website.
Well, I got to tell you,
we made one.
He's big time. Helps us a lot with the Facebook, if not everything on it.
I had a good friend named Ed May once, and the two of us started our website in 1999. And now Shelby Sullivan takes care of it and does a wonderful job of it. It's so professional looking now. And there's a lot of info on there. It tells about how our parade started, but there's also info on our meetings and how to become a member.
Yeah. Very informative.
And how to receive toys if you have a family that's interested in getting toys this holiday season. You can find out the process to do that. You have to write a letter to us, and it's all explained on the website. So there's quite a bit of information on our website. I'm still proud of it.
You should be.
I don't do it now, but it has evolved into what it is, and I think that's one of the reasons why we had 50,000 writers.
Well, I think the
one year.
Facebook pages has a lot to do.
Yes, that's another thing.
If we have to get the information out, that would be the best way of doing it.
Like I said at our last meeting, we don't have a newsletter anymore, but we use our Facebook sort of like that. Because in Facebook, we have all the information on our meetings and how to become a member. And also we have member information such as if a member is ill, we announce that, or unfortunately if a member has passed away, we've been doing that a lot lately.
Yeah, I got to tell one story here. I went to a wake yesterday. A member's husband had died. And Anthony Diorio.
Right.
And his wife's name was Brenda, and they were a wonderful couple. They both volunteered about 13 years ago, she said. They didn't know each other. They met each other at the meeting, so for you people out there kind of lonely, come and join.
Cool.
They ended up getting married, and what totally floored me, I don't know if you're on the board then or not, but after they had gotten married and they got back from their honeymoon, they went to a general meeting, and she wanted to give us something. I said, whatever money that she had gotten for her wedding, she had given to us.
Wow. That's very good.
So that was kind of cool. And I got to talk at the wake yesterday and mention it. Of course, being the smart guy that I am, it's kind of a small wedding around here.
People may not realize, but we've had 3 weddings occur at
There's
the
one,
parade.
I think, still married, I think.
One was a member back in the 90s.
Yeah, I remember. They're right in the middle of the field.
And I've also seen Bill Wilt has video of a couple from Michigan that came in and
Oh, wow, already?
and got married. And then about 2 or 3 or 4 years ago, our little Linda
Yes, lovely.
Former treasurer.
became married
She's still married.
by Santa Claus married her. That was quite an event too.
But as far as the business is concerned, we are good to go with our forest preserve permits. We had to get a permit application from the city of Chicago before they could start the process to give us the permit for the forest preserves. Then we have to worry about the county of Cook. We already ordered the and paid for the porta johns, the rolling
porta potties.
signs. See, there's a lot more to this than just buying a toy and
Oh,
showing
yeah.
up at the park.
Yeah,
If it wasn't for persons like us, you know, there would a lot of stuff wouldn't go on. Because I know there's a lot of little things that go on, like you said, porta potties, signs, the police department, you know, the alderman.
They alter the bus routes for us. now.
Yeah, even the CTA. There you go. Yeah.
So before we leave, we encourage you to look at our website, chicagolandtft.org, and we also encourage you to become one of our followers on Facebook.
How do you get to Facebook?
Well, you get the Facebook. You just type in
Do you
Facebook.
have to get on Facebook?
Yeah,
No,
get
you
on
go to Facebook and put on Chicago
and
Land Toys
then in
Parade.
the search on Facebook, you put Toys for Tots Parade.
Don't put that because you might get someplace from Florida or something.
Chicago
Yeah,
Land
Chicago
Toys
Toys for Tots Parade.
Parade.
That's true.
Yeah.
And follow us because I also edit the Facebook page along with help from Shelby and the other board members.
Have you ever
But-
thought about coming back on the board? I forgot to mention. He was a
No,
dedicated
that's
board
not-
member for
that's
years.
not a TV topic.
Why not?
Why not?
Come on,
But
become president.
check out
Yeah.
our Facebook pages. Like I said, I try to keep it interesting with Chicago history and parade history and news about motorcycles and motorcycle riders.
You still have every board member that ever served on there?
On our website, yes. On our website, you bet. Yeah, and we also have every member that has passed away on there.
Yeah.
Peggy and I worked to make sure
Wow.
that we had that all straightened out. And like I said, on the website, there's all sorts of, there's frequently asked questions. I wrote an article about if you're the first time rider in the parade, what to expect.
Yeah.
And
Most
Shelby's
people
had almost 500 listings of businesses where you can drop a toy off. A toy box is located at.
Yeah, we got like 120 corners. So if you have a business with trucks and stuff and you want to block a corner for us, you can
Okay,
get up
yeah,
to
that's
30,
another
40,000
thing, sure.
people on a motorcycle riding
Yeah,
past
if you
it.
want to help us, you don't have to have a
We
motorcycle
don't charge you for that.
to help us or join us, but we can always use extra help.
Yeah.
Always.
Just to make the parade safer is how we try to, by doing that, we try to block all the intersections
The main
and driveways and alleys.
And if you do come out on a bike, people, it will be strictly enforced as it was last year. You cannot alter your license plate in any way, shape, or form.
And it must
If
be
they
a
are,
street legal.
you're going to be asked to leave.
It must be a
No,
street
no
legal
wheelies,
motorcycle.
no, burning out. Because if somebody does see you, we will take a picture and you will be informed.
And if somebody wants to jump in sitting on a Western, don't take it upon yourself to confront these people. Just keep on doing the parade. The worst you can do with the parade this large is stop. Do you agree, Jack?
Sure, you're right.
It's just like a
So look for our
chain
flyers.
thing.
This will be our 46th parade. And like I said, if you want more information, go to Facebook or go to our website, chicagolandtft.org.
All small letters. Small letters, right?
No, it'll work either way.
It will?
Yeah, sure.
I keep saying to myself, small letters. I
No,
didn't have to,
no.
huh?
In fact, even org or even .com will work.
Really?
Yes.
I must remember. But everybody does a really good job of what do you call it? Showing the parade the next week or the next day. They throw it on our website and such,
Yeah,
right?
their
Even
pictures.
Facebook
Right.
page.
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
So thanks for watching us, and be sure to tell your
Tune in
friends
next week.
and tune in next week. We'll be here and on the beautiful lakefront.
And the parade's just the beginning. We end up working.
I haven't
with
I haven't seen any
toy.
boats going by behind us.
Oh, it's too cold. They
all
put them away.
yeah.
They all put them away for the winter. You can only keep them out there for so
I
long.
thought they changed the time. Shouldn't it be darker out there?
Well,
No, we got special lights.
okay. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank
God
you
bless.
very
Thank you
much.
for watching.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Santo.
See you at the
Santiago.
parade.
Santiago.